Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am here to do my budget. This is the budget for the very last week of February. It's got cold again. I am freezing currently right now, and I am almost never cold at home, but I am so cold right now. My hands are like ice. The gas logs are not on. My husband's, I think the pilot light needs to be lit, and he has gone to pick up our daughter from practice, so I am just going to tough this out. Anyway, I am trying not to bounce my desk too much. I had somebody say that my videos were getting kind of shaky, and I think it's just from me, like, I can't sit still, and so I, like, bump the desk, so maybe that's what it is. Other than that, I don't know. I've tightened all of the, like, arms on the camera stand, and I don't know what else to do. So anyway, I'll try not to bounce the screen too much. But anyway, let me see. I hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day. This is my first video that I've recorded since Valentine's Day. I had everything pre-recorded because we had such a busy weekend. We had, ball games. We had a dance. The dance went so well. The kids, there was over 100 kids that showed up. They had the best time just dancing and sweating and getting down. We had a dance off, and some of the kids out there just showing their moves. I was just so tickled watching them. But everything went good. The only snafu with the entire thing was when we were cleaning up after the dance. I was mopping the bathroom, and I bumped my, like, funny bone on the stall door. Guys, the type of person I am, when I have an injury, like, the pain makes me nauseous. So instantly I got, like, lightheaded. I thought I was going to, like, pass out. I didn't want to fall on the bathroom floor. So I made my way out and I sat at a table, kind of put my head down, just trying to wait for that nausea to pass. Ended up going outside and getting sick, all because of bumping my elbow. But it has been so sore. I've got a huge bruise on it. But at least I can now, like, lift my arm up. Like, that night and Saturday, I was, like, completely useless with my left arm. But anyway, that was the only thing. Then I babysat on Sunday. I had my little niece, and she was just the sweetest thing. She didn't want me to put her down, so I held her all day long, and I had no issues with that. That just made my heart sing. I loved it, every second of it. Her parents probably didn't want me holding her like that, but you know what? I can spoil her if I want to. All right, so that is my update. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in so that you can see the numbers. Woo! Get a little crazy there. All right, so this is going to be for February, and there is quite a bit of shadows here. February 20th through the 26th. I hope you can still see this. Rollover, I have crunched some numbers, and it's a little bit more than what we had thought of or thought it would be when we had our last, like, budget. So I'm going to say $10.50. Mr. P's income should be around $1,000 this week, and other we are expecting around $430. I'm just double checking my numbers. So this gives our income $24.80. Okay, so then I'm going to move down to our bills. We do have several bills and several big bills this week. Power. Our electric bill has our internet on it, but it is still super high. It got so cold during January. I knew this was going to be high, and it was. It was not over 500, which was kind of what I thought it might be, because a lot of people, like, I was watching people, post on social media, like, what their power bill was. So I would say about 100 of it is not actual power bill. It's got, like, an outdoor light that we pay for and our internet. So I'm not going to complain too much because it's certainly lower than a lot of people's power bills are right now. So anyway, Spotify, Spotify is 13. Hulu is 22. We've got Verizon, another big bill, and I am going to budget $4.40. The bill seems to go up just a dollar or so every month. I don't know what's going on with it. I know I need to call. I just hate making phone calls like that. And then Apple storage is going to be $10. And if you're new here, the Verizon, probably about 200 of this is actually our phone bill. The rest of it is, I've got both of my boys on the plan, my father-in-law and my mother. My middle son has a watch on there. So, like, they pay their portion of the phone bill. I just have to budget it for the whole thing. So, anyway, that's that. Okay, so our total for bills is going to be $921. So that leaves us with $1,559. Okay, so then we get down to our sinking funds and savings. Sinking funds is going to be, let me just go ahead and write this, 200. And savings, 475. And so that totals 675, and that gives us 884 remaining. All right, so then we're going to go over to our variable expenses. We've got groceries, pets, household, Mr. P, Mrs. P, Miss P, eating out, gas, I almost forgot what came next, and then unbudgeted. All right, so let's go back and fill in these. All right, so our leftover was $884. Groceries, I am going to take out $150. Pets, $20. Household, $20. Mr. P, $25. Mrs. P, $50. Miss P, nope, not $20. She used to get $20, and then we started making her pay for her own Microsoft account, so $15 for that. Nothing for eating out, gas $70, and unbudgeted nothing. Okay, so this section is $350, and that leaves us with big old $534. All right, so then we go down to our debt section. I do have my student loans that I have to pay this at the end of the month, and I noticed my camera. I noticed my camera is shaking, so I don't know. I'm going to have to see if I can stabilize that a little bit more. So our student loans is $498, or my student loan. And then Snowball, we are going to try to put the rest of it toward that, which would be $36, which is not much. I have increased how much we are putting towards savings and sinking funds right now, especially savings, because we have dipped into our emergency fund 3 times now. Once in December, once in January, and again in February. So I have got to get that built back up, because I feel something going to happen with my car. My car is just really having some issues. Functionally, it drives okay. The heat's not working right. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought because I was making sure I did this section right. The heat is not working right. There's a leak. So we've had a lot of rain in the last little bit. And I have a sunroof. Let me zoom this back out. I have a sunroof, and so my husband was trying to see if the sunroof was leaking, because it's not coming down in the car. Like, I don't see water. It's just like the floorboard on the passenger side is soaking wet. And so my husband was going to see if there's some kind of leak in the sunroof, but the motor is broken, I guess, because it won't open. So maybe the leak has shorted out the motor. I don't know. So we can't get that open. He can't check for a leak. Oh, so like all the things, like I need my brakes changed. I need the leak fixed. I need the heat fixed. Just like all of it all at one time. My daughter, bless her heart, she was changing, she had soccer practice and then basketball practice. So she was trying to change her shoes in the car. She was changing from soccer to basketball, and she put her feet down, in her sock feet down in the floorboard, and they got soaked. She was like, Mom, please fix your car. So we got to get all that stuff fixed, and I hope it's not too expensive. All right, so anyway, that is my budget. So now we need to do our cash breakdown for all of our cash expenses that we take money out for, our wallet, sinking funds, and then our savings challenges. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to zoom you back in. Okay, and let me get my draft, because I've had to make sure I didn't have any mistakes on it. There's always a mistake. I don't know what it is about me doing this. It just gets tricky for me. All right, so groceries was $150, and that's going to be six. See, I just messed up again. That's 720s and $110. Pets and household both get 20. Mr. P gets 25, so a 20 and a 5. Mrs. P gets 50, so that's going to be 2 20s and a 10. Miss P gets 15, a 10 and a 5, and gas gets 70. That's going to be 3 20s and 110. All right, so then I go down to my more short-term sinking funds. Beauty gets 20. Medical is going to get 50. Sports, 25. Pool supplies, 5. Nothing for clothing or garbage right now. So beauty, medical gets, what did I put for medical? 2 20s and a 10. Sports, 120 and a 5. And pool supplies, a 5. All right, now more long-term, we've got subscriptions, which gets 5. Nothing for propane this week. 5 for school supplies. 25 for vet. 10 for car tags. 20 for car maintenance, and 40 for home maintenance. So that's going to be a 5, a 20 and a 5, a 10, 20, and 2 20s. Okay, now we go down to our challenges that we take money out to play games with. I am lowering randomizer this week. Just lots of different reasons, because I want to bring back a little bit towards wedding. So randomizer's getting 75. 4 10s, 6 5s, and 5 1s. Senior year gets 10. That's going to be a 10. Vacation, nothing yet. Health savings, 50. That's going to be 2 20s and 2 5s. Summer savings, 100. That's going to be 2 20s, 3 10s, 5 5s, and 5 1s. All right, Christmas gets 50. That's going to be 2 10s, 5 5s, and 5 1s. Wedding is going to get prop money. I will transfer the money into the bank account, but that's going to be 50. Emergency fund, I also lowered to 75. So that's going to get 4 10s, 6 5s, and 5 1s. Mini Monday gets 40, which is 8 5s. YouTube Hop gets 20, which is 20 1s. Okay. So that is our cash breakdown. So we have a total of 40 1s. We have a total of 39 5s, 20 10s, 27 20s. All right. So this was 540. This was 200. This was 195. And this was 40. And all together, that adds up to be 975. But total for sinking funds and savings is $1,025, because $50 goes straight into the high yield savings account. Okay, so that is the cash breakdown. Okay, and now we need to get the menu. Okay, so I have got my menu template here. All of these forms are available on my Google Drive. Eventually I'll get them over to the Ko-fi, where it will be easier for you to download and print, but for now, this is what I've got. So we've got the dates of 2/20 through the 26th. All right, and I always like to label each of these dates. So Thursday's the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So our month of March will start on the 27th. All right, so let's go ahead and start with our meal plan. All right, so Thursday is supposed to be our first soccer game. And the game doesn't start until 6. She will probably have to be there at 5. So we're going to run home and have soup and sandwiches. And we have everything for that at home. Soup could be anything from chicken noodle to vegetable soup to tomato, whatever. And same with sandwiches. The only thing that has me like second guessing us having this game, well, actually there's two things. One, there is really cold air coming in, and so the high on Thursday is supposed to be in the low 20s. And I'm not sure that they'll have the game because it's supposed to be at 6. That means the sun will have set and it will be down probably in the teens. And that, as a parent, that is just too cold. But also, basketball has got a game on Wednesday night, and if they win Wednesday night, then they have the championship game on Thursday. So I don't know. She's just the manager in basketball, but she's been with these girls this whole season, so I'd hate for her to miss the championship game, but I'd also hate for her to miss her first soccer game. But it may not even happen because of the weather, so I don't know. But anyway, soup and sandwiches, game or no game. All right, Friday, we are going to do air-fried chicken. I see this shaking again when I write. I am so sorry. I'm going to get that fixed. All right, air-fried chicken. I have chicken legs that I got super cheap. So air-fried chicken, mac and cheese, just really comfort food, and some broccoli. All right, so that's going to be this night. So I need to get just the broccoli because I already got the chicken. All right, Saturday we are going to have steaks, Brussels sprouts, and onion potatoes. When I say onion potatoes, those are like fried potatoes with onions in there, just cut up. My husband loves them. We cook them in the cast iron skillet, and they are delicious. So we have steaks in the freezer. Got those this past week when they were on sale for Valentine's Day. We didn't cook them over the weekend, so we have those. But I do need to get the Brussels sprouts. I'm going to cook those in the air fryer. And I need to get some more potatoes because I just got a small bag last week. All right, Sunday, I am going to fix a pot roast. I did pick up this already. No. I found it in the freezer. So I was, digging around in there, and it's a small one, but my daughter and I are the only ones that will eat the pot roast. My husband will fix a burger or something. So we're going to have pot roast, mashed potatoes, and green beans. And I will probably fix some cornbread because I love cornbread with a roast. All right, so we have the pot roast. I'm getting more potatoes. We have the green beans, and I have everything to make the cornbread. So we are good there. This should be a low spend week at the grocery store. All right, Monday, whatever roast is left over, I'm going to reserve some of the broth that is with it and make some au jus. So we're going to do French dip sandwiches and potato chips. And those are just going to be whatever potato chips I pick up at the grocery store this week. All right, Tuesday is going to be, okay, I don't know if this is going to sound weird. I know people do red beans and rice, but my mom always made black beans with rice, and I have been craving it. Black beans with rice, and she also puts a can of Rotel tomatoes in there. And so I have everything to make, oh, I forgot. Well, I've got everything to make this meal, so I don't need to add anything up on our grocery list. But for the French dip sandwiches, I do need to get some sub rolls. And I need to get some provolone cheese. Because I love provolone cheese with my sandwiches. All right. Wednesday. Fend for yourself. So we will most likely have some leftovers in the fridge. My daughter is very capable of heating up like cheese sticks, pizza rolls, whatever. It's going to be Mama's not cooking tonight. So that should be a very cheap week at the grocery store. We are pretty stocked on snacks and lunch foods because I did go to Sam's last week and I picked up some stuff like that, like a box of chips and some apples, like those applesauce pouches and things like that. So we're good on snacks. So yeah, I'm going to build that Sam's envelope back up hopefully. So anyway, that is all I have. I do apologize for the bumping. I do notice when I'm moving that it is jarring the desk. I'm just going to have to figure out a way. Maybe if I push the desk up against a wall, that will help. So I will look into that and see, because I know it's a pain to watch a video where there's a lot of like movement. You kind of feel like you're getting seasick, and I don't want you guys to suffer through my videos. So I will see about fixing that. So anyway, here is the candle. If you are new here, that is a nickel in the candle. One of my very first cash stuffing videos, I was trying to take the change out of my wallet and put into the money jar, or the jar that I keep the money in, and I dropped a nickel into the candle, and this is the nickel. Not the same candle. I have switched candles since then, but I just transfer him, and one of my subscribers named him Nick, and so that is Nick, and he is just part of the channel now. So anyway, that is all I have for you guys. I hope you had a wonderful day and the rest of your week if I don't see you again. But I will be back tomorrow to do my weekly check-in so you can see how we did with our spending. And yeah, so I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.